Okay, I'm Diane Cawley, and I'm from Savant Software. I'm one of the original founding members and also the chief software architect. So my role is to make sure the software works. And we've been doing warehouse management systems since 1995. We're based out of Phoenix, Arizona. And we've serviced a lot of different ERP systems, Acumatica being the most recent addition to our portfolio. Well, I'm going to date myself a little bit. My first programming language was in high school, and it was Fortran. And in that time, we had to create our programs and put it on punch cards. And then after we wrote it, we would have a stack of 10 or 50, it just depended on what we were doing, punch cards, and we'd have to send them off-site because the campus didn't have an actual computer to run that on. And we would send them to the district office. They would do their thing to run it through, and then they would send it back the next day, and we could see the results. So it was very interesting. If we made a mistake, then you had to wait another whole day to do it again and get the results back. There was no debugging and fixing it in 5 minutes. So it was interesting. Well, I always find the warehouse side of the world very interesting. Obviously, I've been doing this for a long time now. So just creating the product in the beginning was very exciting and interesting for us. But one thing that I really like is we've done a few projects where we've been able to integrate the warehouse side into the conveyor. So you've got the ability to have a conveyor system where you've got boxes going down, and we're able to use our software to create labels and then hook into the conveyor controls to tell it where to divert. So as it's going around, it can say, I need some product from this particular aisle or this zone in the warehouse, and we're able to get the boxes to divert. People do their work, they put them back on, and then it goes around to the next area. So it takes not just a screen where you're putting in some information or maybe you're scanning a barcode, but it actually, you can watch things travel around the building and come out on the other end and everything's good and the box gets scanned and put on the truck, and it's just interesting to combine all that together. We've done several projects like that, and it's been a lot of fun. We chose Acumatica because we felt that the move to the cloud was inevitable and it was the right thing to do, and we really liked the way that Acumatica was handling it, just from the ERP side of it. But then when we got involved and we started to meet more people and take classes and learn more about it, what I really appreciated was the fact that I actually get to interact with the developers, no matter where they might be. At any part of Acumatica, they've been very open. Everybody's been very open about answering questions, helping me with examples, or I can show them things and then they can show me more details. With other ERPs we've worked with in the past, I mean, frankly, you're talking to the ivory tower and nobody wants to talk to you. So that's true with every ERP we've worked with in 20 years until we got to Acumatica. And so I've really appreciated that. I first started in about 2014 sometime. I took the first development class, and we were trying to get our feet wet, understanding how things were working. We didn't do a whole lot until 2016, the beginning of 2016, so probably 2 years at this point that we've really been very heavy involved with the product. What I like most about it is that you can customize the screens. Of course, a lot of different products have customization capabilities, but I feel like with Acumatica, it's very up to date, and you can go into any area you want, any screen, any event, any button that's out there, and you can enhance it. So if there's something going on that you want to add a little extra business logic to, sky's the limit. You can do whatever you like. We live in the APIs right now. So we do 90% of our development using the contract-based APIs, getting into the REST APIs, things like that. And a lot of our work is pulling data and pushing data back into Acumatica. So I was always thinking that wouldn't it be great if we had some way where Acumatica could just trigger something and tell us, hey, I've got a new piece of information for you. Well, I think now we've got these push notifications that are out there that will allow some of that to happen. And that's really good. And then I was thinking, well, what about a more triggering mechanism? And so I'd like to see something along those lines. And then I heard yesterday that that is actually something that's coming out. So we will have more of a triggering option. I think that'll make our ability as a separately connected system, to interact more freely.